Welcome. I'm glad to announce that Event Calendar Maker version 2 is now available. Thanks to everybody who purchased Event Calendar Maker in the past and those who gave valuable input into creating the version 2 of this Excel template. This template is a much improved version of Event Calendar Maker. It gives you a lot more control over the display of the calendars, at the same time giving a lot more flexibility in creating events. Those who purchased Event Calendar Maker in the past will be receiving this upgrade for free. The template continues to be compatible with Microsoft Excel for Windows 2007, 2010, and 2013. It's also compatible with Excel 2011 for Mac. In this video, I will give an overview of the features in this template. In a separate video, I will give a demonstration of data entry into this template. This is the template with some sample data entered so that I can demonstrate how the calendar works. You begin with entering the basic information about the calendar. For example, you can control which year you want the calendar to be for. You can control which month you want the calendar to begin with, and you can also control the week beginning date. You want the week to begin on a Sunday or a Monday or any of the weekdays. You can enter the name of the calendar so that it gets displayed when you print them. You can control the weekends. For example, I've selected all the Sundays, second Saturday of every month and second Wednesday of every month to be considered as weekends or non-working days. You can group the events that you have into 12 event types, and you can assign a color to each event type. And you have about 15 colors to choose from, and the colors are shown here. And you can change the colors any time, and also you can create up to 12 event types. That's all we do in the home page. You will now move on to the events sheet. This is where we actually enter the events. This is the data entry portion. We have event name. You will assign each event to a specific event type and then also enter event start and end date. You will have to choose one of the frequency types, and the calendar can support a one-time event every nth day. So this is, for example, you want an event to occur every 2 days or every 3 days, you will use that. If you want daily, weekly, monthly, you can choose those frequency types. If you want to create an event that happens, let's say every third Friday of a month, then you will choose nth weekday. If you want to create an event that occurs last Thursday of every month, you will choose the last weekday frequency type. So this is where you control how often the event should be reoccurring. You can also control specific weekdays where you want the event to happen. So Monday through Sunday. So these columns, all you have to do is to enter one in a specific column to activate that specific weekday. So for example, we have a weekly event where I have chosen Tuesday and Friday. So this is an event that will happen on Tuesday and Friday every week between 10th January and 23rd October. So you have now created such a complex event with just one row, and you can control all these weekdays very easily, and you can change them whenever you would like. In addition, we have a column called N, which gives you even more control. For example, in this case, I've chosen an event to happen on Tuesdays and Fridays, but let's say I don't want to happen every week. I want it to happen only every 2 weeks. All I have to do is type in 2 here, and this now becomes an event that happens on Tuesday and Friday every 2 weeks between 10th January and 23rd October. So that's what now we have created. We have now created such a complex event with just one row with a few columns. The next is to activate or deactivate an event. So right now, all the events are active because I have not selected or entered any values here. But let's say I don't want the specific event to be displayed on the calendar. I can easily change that by selecting N. Once I select N, this event will be not displayed on the calendar. Before I do that, I want you to look at this section at the top, which says there are 11 displayed events and 108 displayed instances. What that means is the number of events that will be displayed on the calendar is 11 and instances are 108. A weekly event, for example, if it runs for 4 weeks, it is one event, but it has 4 instances. So that's what the difference between events and instances are. So right now we have 11 events and 108 instances. Now I'm going to go and deactivate this event. So I don't want this to be displayed. And now you can see that now we only have 10 events to be displayed and 66 instances are going to be displayed. So that's how the active column works. All you have to do is to select N so that you don't display the event on the calendar. If you want it back on the calendar, just delete the N. Now the event will be back on. Then we have a column called priority. This is where you can actually control the importance of events. So let's say you have 2 events happening on the same day, then you can use the priority column to assign the event that you want to be displayed first to be the higher priority. Higher means lower number. So for example, between these 2 events, the first event will actually get priority because it's priority 1. This is priority 6. The lower number means higher priority. And if you leave it as blank, then that means that it's considered as 0. Obviously 0 comes before 1, so 0 gets higher priority. If you have 2 events with the same priority, for example, I have 2 events here, both of them have the same priority 1. In that case, whichever is entered first in this table will get the higher priority. So in this case, again, this event comes first, so that takes the higher priority. We have some optional columns, and these optional columns will only appear in the daily calendar view, and where you can have the event description, when the event will start, and also you have 2 extra columns that you can name whatever you would like. For example, I want this to be called location, or this to be called team or project, or whatever it may be. You can just easily enter your own column names or field names here, and you can enter that information in these columns, and they will get displayed in the daily calendar view. Now that we have entered the data, I want us to move on and see the calendar. So the data entry ends here. Now all we have to do is to go and view the calendar designs and use display or print whichever design that you would like to use. So we have about 6 designs. So let me go to the first one, the yearly, and this is the yearly calendar. Again, there's no extra input needed. All you have to do is to click and print or export to PDF. And this is what the yearly event design looks like. Yearly with events, it's very similar, but it also lists the different events so that you can see it clearly. You can also change it to instances, and now it'll display all the instances you have. And they will be sorted by date. And the next one we have is monthly, and monthly is a design where you have 12 pages. So let me just show you. If I go to print, it'll show me 12 pages, and you can see each month is in a separate page. And again, the colors that we chose in the home's settings continue to work in every one of these calendar designs. Monthly with events, and this is a very popular view where it's 12 pages, 1 month in each page, but it also will list the events. So when you have multiple events, it will list them. It can list up to 5 events for a single day. Then we have the weekly with events view, and here you can actually control a specific date you would like to change. So for example, if I want it to be September 17th, I get the 7 days from September 17th, and the events will be listed here with the colors. Then the last design we have is the daily, where you can actually enter a specific date. For example, you can enter now September 27th or any of the dates, and it'll just display all the events that we had for that day. And also It'll display the event description and the starting time, and they'll be sorted by time. You can also add the extra columns that we created in the events page by just typing Y. You can see that now we have brought in these two extra columns. If you entered information in the events table, it'll come through here. So very quickly, we have created a daily calendar view with all the events for a specific day and with the descriptions and stuff. You can have up to 20 events in this design. You can also show 20 events in the weekly design also. This was a quick overview of the Event Calendar Maker version 2. You can find more details about this template in our blog, indzara.blogspot.com. You can find the link to Event Calendar Maker in the right sidebar under Premium Solutions. This link will take you to this blog post, which has all the details about this template and how to use it. If there are any further questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section in this blog post, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching this video.